Dear Mr. Thunderstorm, we are Team Blue, and for our project, we've decided to build a non-profit house in partnership with Goodwill. Team members working on this project were Diana Barakat, Jocelyn Gutierrez Aguilar, Alondria He, Sabrina Reyes, and me, Christoph Crook. For our project scope, we've decided we want to give low-income families the opportunity to live in a well-designed house. So therefore, we partnered up with Goodwill and we want to construct a non-profit house which allows us to inhabit those low-income families. Our house in total is supposed to be around 2,500 square feet big, and it is fully functional and fully furnished. That means everything will be included, everything will be functional as soon as the families are moving in, so they don't have to worry about any additional problems there might be with the house. For our work breakdown structure, we've decided that for the completion of our non-profit house that we have three main parts to do. We have the construction area, we have the interior area, and we have the landscaping area. The construction area is talking about and handling everything which has to do with building the house. Constructing the house, excavation, which is very important here in Florida, pouring the foundation, building the framework, laying the plumbing system, the electric wiring, everything which has to do with basically building the house itself. Then we have the interior part. The interior part will handle flooring, lighting, windows, everything which has to be done inside of the house. And then we have the landscaping part, which means we need parking lots, we need walkways, we need lawns. So that is our landscaping part of the work breakdown structure. Let's talk about our network diagram. In total, we have 36 days for the completion of our project, but those 36 days will all be working days. We excluded weekends and we excluded holidays. You can see in yellow highlighted, those are all the activities on our critical path. There are exactly 10 activities on the critical path, and the longest one is excavation and leveling of the ground with 8 days and laying of the electric wiring with 7 days. The critical path, the activities, the work packages on there are very important to finish on time because as the critical path defines, those are the activities most important for our house to be completed on time. Now I want to go more into depth into our project schedule. Here you can see a picture of our Gantt chart. All the work packages which are striped are on the critical path, but I want to put your attention on exactly two work packages which I think are most importantly on the critical path. Those are item 1.3.2, constructing the beams and pillars, and item 1.5, building the roof. Because they are very important because they have multiple work packages afterwards simultaneously working on. So for us, it's important that those two activities, those two work packages will be done on time, so all the activities following can be completed without any delay. And it's so we as a project decided on the work package 1.3.2 and on the work package 1.5, we will put a lot of effort, we put a lot of emphasis that they will be done on time so our project will not have any delays. Let's talk about our total project budget. So we've decided to outsource 6 different activities. They are highlighted in the Excel table in yellow, and the total cost of our project will be $137,412. Highest cost accumulation comes from excavation, constructing beams and pillars, and the plumbing system. Those activities are the main drivers for our cost, for our budget. And you can see in the graph, it is constantly increasing over time. So there is no jump, nothing. It is basically a steady increase in the cost over the 9 weeks of our project. Let's talk about risk and how we can avoid those risks. The biggest risk with a 95% probability and a high impact we've seen are weather complications. We're building a house in Florida, and Florida is known for its hurricane season, but also for severe rain and storm. So for that, our preemptive action is that we plan for those delays, and then we can make the people work on weekends or on holidays to make up the time that when we see that there will be severe weather incoming. There's also natural disasters like sinkholes and hurricanes. For that, the probability is relatively low with 20%. The impact is relatively low. And for our preemptive action is that we can acquire an insurance for natural disasters. Last but not least, since we outsourced some activities, we have reduced control on those activities. The probability lays around 35% and the impact is medium. What we can do for that is we can monitor those activities very closely so they will be done on time. Here you can see our procurement plan. There are 5 activities that we've outsourced, and it's very important for the project manager to closely monitor those activities, those work packages, because they're done by an external company, but so we can control that they're being completed on time. It's very important to monitor them closely. As additional resource, we created a resource chart in the Gantt chart. And you can see here all the workers which are working on our project throughout the 9 weeks. The most important ones are the construction workers. They're working from week 1 almost till week 9. And you can also see that the weekends are off. The workers are always just working under the week and not on weekends or on the holidays. This was our presentation. Thank you very much for your attention, Mr. Thunderstorm.